Hey YouTube, Geigerman here with another Watcher Realms video. This time we're going to be taking a look at Crimson Star, the boss of Void Rift Phase 2. We're going to be doing this on Nightmare difficulty. This week is the Infernal Blast Riftwalker's Blessing, so we're going to set up an Infernal team. I do not have Twin Fiend, so Pyrus will have to do. We will pair him along with Zillitu, Hex, and Cetrim. Apart from our Infernal team, we're going to need a DPS that can do a lot of damage really fast. We're going to buff that DPS up with Dolores, pair that up with Olog tanking, and then Vortex the heal due to his range and strength. As we get into the fight, we're going to kind of break down the arena and go over the main strategy you want to try to use. So we'll start off by looking. There are 3 choke points indicated by these 3 arrows on the screen. These are where you want to stop the boss in and try to do damage, and here's where you want to set up your Infernal team. So we're going to start off by placing our DPS facing left. The adds are going to come from that top left corner. As they come through, we are going to try to take them out as quick as possible. We're going to put our Olog down next. The boss does have a mechanic where he will primarily target a tank hero with a cross attack. So we want this to be baited away from everybody else. If you do not have a tank hero down, it will choose a target at random. Usually it'll target a melee, but I have had some rare instances where it doesn't. We're going to hold off placing our Silas and Dolores. Right now, the boss does do an AoE burst, where he'll target enemies within a 2-tile radius and do quite a bit of damage. I like to put my Silas on that left platform to the left of Vortex, puts him just out of the range, and we'll pair him up with Dolores just to squeeze out some extra damage on the boss. You can put it on that bottom tile, however, they will be in range for that AoE burst, so your healer will need to be able to keep up. Using Vortex, I've had times where he can't keep up with it, so I like to put Vortex in the location he's at now, and then stick my Silas elsewhere. Once the boss gets to Olog, we'll go ahead and drop Zillitu, so that way she's not taking the boss, and we'll go ahead and ult with Dolores and Silas, try to do as much damage as possible. Our Infernal group should be just fine. You just want to make sure to ult on the big adds. I do like to alternate with Hex and Cetrim, just to squeeze out that extra damage there. After a little bit, the boss will start to cast a move called Crimson Plague. This will target any melee units on the ground, so our tanks and our fighters. This is why we only want to use one choke location. Once that Crimson Plague goes off, the ground tiles will be corrupted and no units will be able to be placed on those tiles. So boss is casting it. We have him almost dead. And our Dolores was just in range of that AoE, so her tile corrupted as well. But our Silas should hopefully be able to knock out the boss. Once your kill count is at 614 with the boss up, you do have some time in between where no adds will spawn. So if the boss kills your platform units like he killed mine, you will have time to replace him down. If you're able to kill the boss on that first choke point, you can go ahead and pick up all your units, and then we will get ready to place them right around our Infernal team. If not, then you would want to set up a choke point on that middle upside down L-shaped platform and repeat the process. So now that our units are coming up, we'll place Olog just to make sure that no units come through. We'll put Zillitu in the back. The big guys do an AoE attack, so if she was behind Olog, she would get hit and die. So this puts her in safe range, and when she ults, she'll have that extended range and be able to hit the adds if need be. However, we should not get to that point. We'll place Vortex down just to do some healing in case Olog does need to take a hit. Then we will place our Cetrim and Hex roughly within the same time frame. We don't want them to hit the big add, so we want to make sure the healing add is in range first, so that way they'll target him. Once those big ones get hit, they do start to walk a lot faster, so your time is then limited. And we're just going to continue to Pyros ult them down. we'll place Silas here to make sure to go ahead and grab the ads coming out of the portal. And since we took the boss out in the first choke point, we should have absolutely nothing to worry about. So it's just going to be all smooth sailing from here. So again, if you cannot utilize that first choke point, the red arrows at the start of the video did show you the 3 locations you can use. However, I will emphasize you do want to take that boss out at the first one just to make the fight a lot easier. Anyway, this is how I clear this fight every week. Hopefully this helps you guys out. If you have any questions, like any strategy advice, let me know, and thanks for checking out my video.